Is it what you expected to this point?
Yeah. I'm lucky because I've got a crew that have had a lot of fights in the UFC, so everyone kind of let me know what to expect and what's going to happen. So yeah, everything's just going as I've been told and just been enjoying it.
What have these last couple of months been for you? Obviously, we saw the Contender Series, the way that played out with the eye poke. Then you're told you're going to go on Dana White's looking for a fight, and now here you are in the UFC in Boston fighting Greg Hardy.
Yeah, it was crazy. After the Contender fight, when I got told from Dana that I'll be on looking for a fight, and I think that was only a few weeks after the Contender fight. So I went home to get ready, but found out one of my best mates, he fought in Thailand, and he actually had to have 2 brain surgeries because he had a brain bleed and he's in a coma there. So I went straight to Thailand there, and I stayed with him as long as I could, and then came back home just to do maybe 2 weeks training before they're looking for a fight in Hawaii. But found out I got the Boston contract, so the Boston fight. So yeah, just trained as well as I could in the time that I had, and yeah, I'm happy as to be here.
Has that been hard to focus? Obviously, with a traumatic incident like that, was it tough at all to stay focused on the task at hand?
Yeah, it is. It's weird how it worked out though, because me and my mate used to always talk about, he always wanted me to fight Greg Hardy ever since we saw him fighting the Contender, and I get the fight that he wanted me to have, and with it how he's going over in Thailand, he should be able to fly home around the same time that I get back from Boston. So when I get back home to Australia, I'll go back over to Thailand until he comes home, and then get him set up and give him the good news hopefully when he wakes up.
Do you feel like the stars are aligning for this whole thing? I mean, that's just like something out of a movie.
Yeah, it does. It's why it's been weird, because it's hard, but it feels like everything's kind of faded to work out the way that it is. So yeah, maybe that's all the motivation that I need.
What have you made with Greg's transition from professional football to MMA? Have you been impressed with what he's been able to do?
Yeah, happy actually. Like coming from one top area in your sport and then transitioning over successfully so far, like it's hard to make it in one big sport. I've struggled my whole life just to be in the UFC, and he's already played in the NFL and fought in the UFC, so you got to give him props. He's very athletic.
A lot of guys, when they fight Greg, it's a very personal thing because of his past. You know, how do you react to fighting a guy like Greg Hardy who has a checkered past?
Yeah, personally for me, I'm fighting for something else. So the only thing on my mind is my boy Sy. So everything else is just a blur to me. I'm just focused on one thing, just for Sy, and I'm just going to win this fight for him. And that's all that matters to me.
Do you see a lot of holes in his game going back and watching his fights?
Yeah, like you can see he hasn't fought for that long, so he's still got a lot to build up. But when you're that talented and athletic, you can make up for holes until you come across people that are more well-rounded for you. So yeah, obviously I've got a bit more fighting experience, but he's just got that freak athleticism.
You came up on the scene, what the Ultimate Fighter, Contender Series. Obviously, Contender Series freak thing happened. Dana White still praised you, had high things to say about you. Debut, you're in this huge, high-profile fight. What do you think that means, that the UFC and Dana White believes in you that much?
It means a lot to me that he's still giving me chances, but I think in the end of the day, he knows, like, from seeing me in Ultimate Fighter and Contender, my past fights, I used to fight 11, 12 times a year, boxing, kickboxing, MMA. End of the day, I just want to get in a fight. I just love fighting, and I don't care what happens in the cage or in the ring. I just want to go there, get hit people, and yeah, it's always good to have people like that in an organization.
You're making your debut. You're in Boston, really far away from home, but you're going against a guy that, I mean, many people dislike this guy. I mean, many people hate this guy. The crowd is probably going to be cheering for you, rocking for you, unlike anybody gets in their debut. You feeling any extra pressure with that?
Yeah, not really extra pressure. Like, it's good to have people behind me. It's always nice. I was at the Melbourne card 2 weeks ago, and just seeing the international fighters not getting as much support as the local fighters, I was kind of getting prepared to have the same thing when I walk out, just crickets when I walk out. But yeah, knowing that there will be people cheering for me, that's pretty cool.
Speaking of that, you come from that area, the Australia, New Zealand area. It's like the booming area right now. Obviously, we got another champion, Israel Adesanya. Do you think you're going to be the next future star from that area?
Man, I don't know. I'm not one to kind of talk myself up. Like I said, I just love fighting and I get to do it for a living, so I'm happy. But I know that no matter what happens with our fighters on this side of the world, the takeover is going to keep going. We've got crazy guys. I can go back home to New Zealand. I can walk down the road just to buy bread and milk, and there'll be 10, 15 people that will be able to beat the shit out of me, man. But now we're getting the exposure, and then hopefully we can have more gyms popping up and just more talent coming through.
I just asked this question to Greg. I want to ask it to you. An angle that's getting looked at is you came from a rugby background. He comes from an NFL background. I have friends from that side of the area in the media world, and we have a rivalry. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
I say NFL players are better athletes. They say rugby's tougher, NFL's tougher. You feel anything like that? Like your chance to show rugby guys are tougher than NFL guys?
Yeah, a few people have been talking to me about that as well, and yeah, it's weird because rugby's played over 80 minutes. You only get one break, half time. You keep going the whole time, so fitness is a lot different. NFL players very explosive off the mark, but I would